Okay, this is Hayden. So yeah, this is it's got a good look. I like the lighting. I think this shadow is a bit much. It looks like there's a giant spotlight pointing at him. Looks kind of weird, and the way it's from the side. If there's a light source, you might expect it to come from the top. So I think that's a little distracting, and you should either turn off shadows or change the angle of the light. But I like the look of the scene, the textures, the depth of field, all that's looking good. I think the kind of flicking motion of the cards does look better, although you do have a little bit of pop on that first card. I like the toss of the deck on the table or the box, whatever that is. But this this pose, he's kind of intersects his leg there, and this pose is just kind of weird. I don't think that's working, and I think it sort of moves too slowly because I think it's supposed to be like a much bigger surprise when the bottle's thrown in him. So I think you need to hold on something, and then I just think you need to work on that last pose. It just looks funny the way he lifts his legs up, and there's a little pop in the movement there. So I would kind of work on that a little bit. Try a different pose out that maybe expresses more. Maybe if someone throws a bottle, you might do something like raise your arms up to kind of guard your face or something like that, or cross one knee over. There's this kind of reaction to kind of protect yourself by, covering yourself with your limbs. So maybe he reacts that way. But right now, they look sort of very prone in that position, and it just looks like an odd reaction. So I would try something different with that. Um, and yeah, work on the shadow. But other than that, and by the shadow, I mean the shadow down here doesn't really bother me that much. It's this one on the wall that I think looks weird. So whatever light that is, actually, if you just turn the shadows off on that light, I think that would be fine. We can take a look in Maya. Um, See if I can figure it out. Oh, yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the your file organization is kind of, it seems like it's all over the place. There's all these different folders. You should have one project folder, all of your scenes in the scenes directory of that project folder, all of your source images in the source images directory of that folder. But it looks like you've got files sort of spread out in multiple folders, and then when I try to open it, it can't find a lot of the textures, so it's a little bit of a mess. And yeah, let's see. Is that? Oh, that's not yours. There's that shadow on the wall. Um, so what light's that gonna be? Um, Let me just turn these shadows off. Try that one. Is Maya gonna? Nope. Or is it still? Nope. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of these. Okay. Those shadows are off. Let's see, is it this one? Or maybe it's that spotlight. I guess we'll see. Oh, okay, yeah, it's one of those. See, for me, that's better. And you got that shadow underneath him, which sort of places him in the scene, but you don't have that weird shadow on the wall. So, yeah, I would just go ahead and turn it off for that light, and I think that's going to be better. So yeah, I think it's coming along. I think try a different pose as I mentioned for the end. Look out for some of these kind of weird. There was some kind of poppy movement there. That see that is kind of that foot thing is kind of distracting. So you might just delete out. See, I can see right here. Look at all those keyframes there. That looks kind of crazy. So if I just take those out, that'll get rid of that weird pop. But maybe you might still want it moving a little bit, but um, but you got rid of the pop. But I still think I would just try a different pose. I don't think that's working. Like think of think fake throw something at somebody and see how they react, and you'll see they kind of cover themselves up or kind of flinch. So I think try something different like that.